When you're in a relationship and you're depressed, this puts you at an incredibly vulnerable position, and not a nice kind of vulnerable, which refers to you being, able to be 100% honest and open and yourself with your partner. Vulnerable in the sense that your inability to control what's happening between your ears will manifest itself in your relationship in ways that can only alienate and damage your partner. This is a very difficult truth to accept, but it's basic psychology and you see it all the time. I'm able to identify whether or not someone is unsatisfied with their own life based on their level of investment in a relationship. Relationships bloom under moderation and scarcity. And this is the biggest reason guys don't understand why she left him when he was so nice to her and he loved her so much. You may have been nice to her and you may have loved her, but where you went wrong was your uncontrolled investment in her, your inability to control your dependence on her. So when they came into your life, you absolutely lost your shit. You literally, you couldn't even fathom how much you loved this girl or boy. It's just, it's absolutely beyond you. You sit around and all of a sudden your life just came to a halt. As soon as they came in your life, they became your everything. You let them consume you to the point where their life became your life. You couldn't get on with your life until you hear from this person, till they respond to your text. Their mood equals your mood. Their schedule changed your schedule. That's not love. That's obsession over a feeling. That's self-indulgence. Love is selfless, so don't be mistaken. And what that shows is a total lack of control. And as a man, that is a very dangerous thing to allow to consume you and very unattractive to females. Now, females can get away with it slightly because by nature, men are more hardwired, and traditionally it's our job to take over as many burdens of our female partners as we can. But everybody needs at least a majority percentage of stability in our partner's mental health, right? And this is where the connection to mental health of my original statement comes in. When you in your life are so fundamentally unsatisfied with everything that's going on, when you're surrounded by stress and shit you need to overcome and problems and general dissatisfaction with the position you're in, and your body is so packed with sadness and loneliness, naturally, it will feel nice to have a partner, to have somebody, to find someone to fix all of this for us. So if I'm sad, lonely, and experiencing all this stress and I have all these problems, it will be the most beautiful feeling in the world to have a girlfriend, because she'll fill up every hole that I feel in my body. She'll fulfill every happy hormone my body is so chronically starved of. And this sudden burst of fulfillment of all these happy hormones that I've lacked for so long, this burst of excitement and feeling of completion and false sense of good mental health, which hasn't been fixed, but masked by an eternal fix, i.e. this partner whose newfound attention my body's latched onto, this surge of all of the above will make me feel absolutely through the roof, absolutely out of control in love. Inexplicable desire for the person, insuppressible obsession for the characteristics and features of this person who's given me these feelings. And this is where the lack of control of your mental health manifests itself. The same way you're incapable of managing your thoughts when you open your eyes in the morning and you go about your day and the anxiety and the stresses eat you up throughout the day. And listen, don't get me wrong, this is a very harsh truth to accept. I'm very well aware of that. But if you detect any of this in yourself or your partner, this is the same way how you'll be incapable of managing your emotions during a relationship. Because these extreme bursts of excitement, not only are they fake, essentially, and exaggerated because they haven't been contained, because you as someone with depression and anxiety are already unable to moderate your thoughts and feelings, but they're also short-lived. They wear off, and 99% of the time what happens then is you realize that you're with a person who you're not in love with, but actually just someone who you subconsciously use to mask your mental health problems. Now, I'm aware this is a very hard hit to take and a very tough fact to accept, but ultimately depression and anxiety is the inability to control your emotions and thoughts, regardless of how unfair and how little your fault the environmental reasons are. But the way I see it is that in life, we always get stronger and things feel easier. There will always be things that stress you out and environmental occurrences that will take on a toll on your mental health. But the more you go through, the stronger you get, the firmer your walls become in your brain, and the more control you develop over what goes on in between your two ears. And once you learn to develop these ways of controlling your brain, you apply them to everything in your life, including your relationships, until which it's unwise to try and invest yourself in another person until the things going on inside your brain have been dealt with.